welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol Building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be...
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. Devin Witherspoon, the Pro Bowl corner, in on the blitz that time. He records the sack.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him. Able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Commanders first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Daniels going to keep this himself. And nice work there. Going to a slide. Gain about 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll motion over Samuel. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Washington.
Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Washington 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. Now it's going to be third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. They run this straight ahead with Eckler. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
On fourth down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
That first down run lost 3, so it'll be 2nd and 13. Darnold. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
2-yard gain on the play.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready now for their second drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Daniels quick to Debo, and he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Commander's first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This one to McLaurin. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward and will give him 4 yards.
2nd down at the 43-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Commanders with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
That's another Washington Commanders first
Sometimes,
down.
Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniel. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's another
They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Washington.
13-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
McLaurin open on the left side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Leonard Williams in there for a loss Loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try to run for it, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Commanders are out to a 10-0 lead.
Commanders 10, Seahawks 0.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
13 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver?
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
To throw is Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It's pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Here's Michael Dixon now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They'll start on the ground with Robinson.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's taken in by Brown. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And in motion is Brown. They'll throw with Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On the handoff, this is Eckler. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Daniels. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Eckler. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
There's Ertz. He's got it right side. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll step up and run.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They run Eckler. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
That's another Washington first down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop. Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. The motion man here is McLaurin. Robinson. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. From back at the 5, here now 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniel. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. In trouble, and down he goes. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing, Darnold. He'll get that one to Valdez-Scantling. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Flush to his right, taking off. He'll try to get there. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
To throw on 1st down is Darnold. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Now he'll run, and he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's going nowhere. Loser yardage on that play.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Jonathan Jones in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 39-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, here's Darnold. Look wide, get this one complete. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
3rd down and 9. Darnold. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line. They try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Find yourself in a little tricky situation here, Mike, on 3rd down, backed up this close to your own goal line. I think the plan is you got to attempt to pass, but it's got to be short. You don't want your quarterback standing in the end zone very long with the ball in his hand, but this ball needs to come out. Hopefully pick up the 1st down, but if not, just buy a little breathing room for your punt team.
He's brought down at his own 4-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tressway to punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds. They marked him at the 35-yard line. A big play there for Washington. It's a gain of 43 yards.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands. And here, he rips off a big one.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. And in motion is Brown. They'll run with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And in motion is Brown. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
This is the job of any linebacker, Mike, having the ability to go downhill fast, hit an open gap, and make a play in the backfield. But I think we could actually consider this going above and beyond because he was able to make that stop so far behind the line of scrimmage.
Long, incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
For the Washington field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Going to return this from the 10. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. Down a couple of scores now, 16-0, as they want to get going here. Drive starts 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
Mikey Sainristil makes the stop. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try.
He gets free, and he will score. Game on. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
And the Seahawks with another big moment. They'll try to add the 2-point conversion here.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Well, the jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll wind up short of the goal line. So they're not able to get this back to a one-score game. The margin remains 10. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. He's turned a number of those into big plays. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the fourth quarter. And they're able to pop off a big run.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On the give to Eckler. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there. Works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
The Commanders about to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out first down and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they've got to get some defensive stops.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
41. It's a gain of 6. First down, Seattle.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And he will score! Game on! Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter.
13.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Austin Eckler now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Darnold now on 1st and 10.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, you stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He's going to run it, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. 2 yards.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through, and the Seahawks have taken a 4-point advantage.
Commanders 16.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, this looks like a design run. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 2.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Gain of 6. And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. And they've got a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Man in motion is Brown. Daniels now on 1st down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the first down and preserve that final timeout. A gain of 10. Move the sticks again. Another first down. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
Seahawks 20.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Steven Sims to return it. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field, and he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Light, Smith, and Jigba has it. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
They come up for 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
Now Seattle will use the final timeout. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. Here's 1st down. Darnold to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Commanders' 36-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.